All right. Do you meet online or in person? What do you prefer? Well, I'll tell you what I prefer. Always would be best to meet in person, but guess what? In this day and age, you need to make things practical and convenient and instant. That's just how we become. So now you hear me saying definitely online. All right, if you know already now that you'd like to know a little bit more about this, there's a link for you right in the description that you can click on. So go there right now. If not, continue watching and I'll teach you more. And there are many advantages to why you want to meet online in a mastermind group, because now you can also expose yourself to people that are across the world or maybe in another town that doesn't have to spend the time driving to a meeting. Get dressed up, get in the car, hustle with traffic, find parking, and get in there. Now, are there great things about meeting in person? Absolutely. Should you do it if you can? Absolutely. But for regular meetings, no. So what you can do is to set aside maybe twice a year, once a year, or maybe every quarter, depending on where you're all located, to meet in a location where you can hang out for 3-4 days. Make it a long weekend. Show up on a Thursday, leave on a Sunday. Show up on a Friday, leave on a Sunday. That's what I did when I lived in California, because all of us, we were in California. So I would drive down from San Francisco down to Orange County, down towards Los Angeles. And we would all meet there in a hotel. And the cool part we actually did, we didn't stay in the same hotel that we all slept at, but we went to different beautiful hotels along the coast on the cliffs, to the Regency, to the Hyatts, to the Hilton. And we would have fantastic lunches and dinners and drinks there. And we sat there in a very affluent area because we looking at ourselves as very affluent people, which we are and we wanted to be. So that's a great thing to do when you can meet in person sometimes. Find a great place, a location where you can retreat to and you meet in person that way. Now, when we meet online, there's a couple of big advantages to that too, because we can bring in people from totally different countries, cultures. We can even have a guest speaker sometimes. And we also, of course, record all the meetings, and that's totally confidential, right? And we normally actually, we haven't met. So this is one of the things, because we started these masterminds so far back, they weren't video, weren't really an option in those days. Now video is no problem with Zoom and WhatsApp and Teams and Skype and all that stuff. And Google Meet, we can easily meet in person on video. So if we had started today, we would have been in video all the time. We are in one of the groups, we are in video, and the other one we're not, and which is fine. But it's a little bit better for many reasons. And here's the biggest one. We get to see each other, and we get to get a different impression when we say something. And also, we get to connect at a different level when you get to see somebody. And another thing, you don't have people muting themselves out and being distracted by other things going on, because I may need to run away and take a sip of water or something. I may put my screen on pause. But when you're live on a video, you don't do that and you don't multitask. You stay focused. And that's really, really important for the group, because when other people speak is really when you need to pay the most attention. That's when I take notes. That's when I write down what they're working on, what are they struggling with, what ideas am I getting that I can help them with, which is the most important. And then I look at my notes, because I don't want to interrupt the person every time I have an idea or something I want to add, whatever he or she is talking about. I want to jot that down quickly so I don't forget it. And those are really key things when you're online with a person and you can take good notes. And of course, when I'm being given advice or something like that, I can go back to the recording and listen to it again, because things happen very fast and you want to make sure you get it. And there's all kinds of amazing apps you can use now with the AI being in the picture as well as much as it is. One app that I love is called Hedy, H-E-D-Y. .app or .bot, I think. Hedy, Hedy .bot, I think you can find it. I think it's a .io after that at some point. But that is an app that records on the fly while you're in the meeting, obviously, but you can engage with the app while you're live, meaning what's the big takeaway? I can ask my app, or with a prompt that I already have typed in, I can say, what's the big takeaway with what that person just talking about now? What should I ask him? What's a good question I should ask at the end? So you can be the smartest person in the room, so to speak. Anyway, this wasn't all a little plug for Hacky, but it's a very good app. So you want to use technology to your advantage, and that's an example of such. And so meeting online has a lot of advantages, I feel, in terms of crossing borders, bridges, access to people, having guest speakers, covering different things, maybe even displaying and having a screen, what do you call it, like a PowerPoint or what have you, guide certain people through some teaching that you want to share. Obviously, you can do that in person too, but it's nice to have it online and having been recorded. So that's my takeaway on meeting in person versus online. But there's a good mix that can be used there, and that's my big takeaway for you. So if you have any questions, any thoughts, any ideas, any technology that you're learning about that I need to know about, comment below. Or if you just want to chat with me and find out if this mastermind thing is for you and how you can do it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to set up a direct little quick call with me, there's a link below where you can click. I forgot to say that earlier. And you can hit me up on any questions, and we can set up a call to see if this is something for you. All right, see you on the other side. Ciao, ciao, bye-bye.